Dear students, welcome to JCE Connect, subject Engineering Chemistry. Students, yesterday we discussed about scientific landfilling and composting. Now we will see how to manage e-waste. E-waste or electronic waste is nothing but the non-working appliances like televisions, refrigerators, mobiles, computers, laptops, calculators, CD or DVD players, circuit boards, printers, scanners, monitors, medical electronic equipments, etc., which depend on electric current for functioning. The kitchen appliances like grinders, mixers, microwave ovens, coffee makers are also included in e-waste. The larger equipment like X-ray machines, spectrophotometers, microscopes, cathode ray tubes, and scanning machines contribute much for e-waste. Larger donation to e-waste is by IT industries and telecom sector. Simply throwing out through the window is not considered as disposal since it becomes unscientific and also it is not safe. Hence, analyzing the composition of e-waste is essential. For example, the mobile phones will contain more than 40 elements or metals like silver, gold, palladium, copper, tin, lithium in batteries, etc. Normally, the e-waste will be containing the flame retardants like polybrominated diphenyl ethers mixed with plastic. The printed circuit boards do contain toxic elements like arsenic, lead and mercury. Major portion of these printed circuit boards are filled with larger amounts of solders with tin lead alloy. The chlorofluorocarbons are released by the domestic refrigerators, deep freezers used in hotels or ice cream parlors, and air conditioners. The cathode ray tube monitors, that is CRT monitors, and televisions contain metals like barium, cadmium, lead, zinc, and copper. The TV screen will be having leaded glass as a front screen, which provides protection against X-rays. Hence, the disposal of e-waste depends on the composition. Means, as the composition changes, the procedure for its disposal needs to be revised. Dear students, we have read the instructions provided on mobile batteries that it may blast if thrown into fire. It means it is really challenging to dispose any e-waste in scientific and eco-friendly manner. If they are disposed using unscientific methods, the toxic and corrosive chemicals may get added to the landfills. Therefore, the best solution for this problem is reusing the equipment. If not, it is recycling or remanufacturing, which leads to recovery of materials. If an equipment is reused, then the life of that material gets increased and hence it should be of first priority. This also results in a decrease in the volume of waste. The other option is remanufacturing, wherein equipments are disassembled, cleaned and repaired. Such articles are called refurbished articles. Examples: refurbished smartphones available in market, which are relatively cheaper. These are the articles which are reassembled and qualified, which look like new equipments. Recycling broadly consists of three major steps. They are disassembly, upgrading, and refining. Separating the components of the equipments and processing them using mechanical or metallurgical methods are called disassembling and upgrading. The recovered metals are dissolved and finally separated by a suitable metallurgical method or chemical procedure. Incineration or burning the municipal solid e-waste is dangerous because it may release toxic gases or chemicals like dioxin. Dioxins are produced when flame retardants or fire extinguishers are burnt. These dioxins can cause problems with reproduction or diabetes or damaging the immune system, etc. The waste collected from pathology laboratories, clinics, hospitals, blood banks, etc. are considered as biomedical waste. They get generated during diagnosis, testing and treatment, research and development of drugs and biological samples for animals and human beings. Characterizing the biomedical waste is really crucial and tedious. Generally, the biomedical waste is characterized as infectious waste, radioactive waste, chemical waste, pharmaceutical waste, and non-risk waste. The autoclave is an instrument or setup in which the sample can be sterilized under high pressure and even temperature. The process of autoclaving involves sterilizing the waste by passing steam for a known amount of time. This results in destruction of microorganisms. This method is cost-effective and no health risk is involved in this method. Around 90 to 95% of the biomedical waste is sterilized or sanitized before sending to a landfill. Incineration or burning is quick and easy, but it generates hazardous emissions. The liquid biomedical waste is treated with chemicals like chlorine. This chlorine kills germs and pathogens. This is called chemical treatment of biomedical waste. Treating the biomedical waste with microwave lowers or decreases the volume of the waste. This is called shredding. Microwaving is more safe and energy efficient than burning. The last one is land disposal. The shredded and treated and decontaminated waste is disposed in land. The biomedical waste can be safely disposed in specialized sanitary landfills. It also reduces the risk of water and soil contamination. Thank you.